Come here, Carmine. Give you guys a little update on Carmine. I think he's 100% healed up now from his whole futurity blues deal with that castration nightmare. He's feeling really good now, giving him a ton of time off. He's been turned out for 6 weeks, just got to go out and play, be a horse, and been back to riding him now for, probably about 2 weeks steady. I'm gonna just take my time. I'm in no hurry. We have till they're 7 now as Derby horses. But the big thing that I've kind of got my eyes on for Carmine is the Run for a Million. I'm already qualified. It's August 1st is the day. There's no question that he has the physical tools to be able to compete at that event. I think he could score high enough. I think he can damn near +1 every maneuver. It's just a matter of whether, he can be ready. We had such a rough futurity season. He had moments of brilliance. It's just a matter of getting him out there and testing him and seeing if he's going to be ready mentally to handle the kind of pressure that is going to be at that event. The one thing about it, it's only one run. So, it's not like the futurity where you've got to get through 2 rounds and a final. And so I'm just going to show you where Carmine's at today. Those of you that watched the Road to the Futurity last year know that he was one of the favorites. He was the front runner for a long time, and then had some health issues when we went to castrate him that really cost us that show season. Well, he's back now. He's had a lot of time off, and I've gotten so many messages wanting to know how Carmine's doing. And so I thought I'd just come out here, cruise him around, and let you see where he's at. I've been back riding him now for 2 weeks. He had a ton of time of just getting turned out, being a horse, getting a chance to relax. But I'm just gonna take Carmine out and just show you. He's 100% recovered from his castration. I'd say the transformation from that wild stallion that he was to good, sweet gelding, I'd say he's probably halfway there. He's still got a little of the old fire and flair that kind of made him Carmine in the first place, but he's definitely way more manageable, as you can see now. We're gonna have you kid broke before we know it. Kidding aside though, I've got big plans for Carmine. I'm hoping that he could become one of my prospects for the Run for a Million. That's in July. I haven't told him yet. As you guys saw on the Road to Futurity last year, his maneuvers were spectacular. It was just that darn testosterone that kept getting in the way, and that is no longer an issue. This could be the video as to why you should geld a horse. Look at the difference in this horse now. So much nicer to ride a good gelding. And with that being said, it's funny, in some industries, it just becomes just a norm to keep these horses a stud all the time, and we're always chasing the value of the horse. That's why we don't want to geld them. And I understand some of that, and I've even gotten caught up in some of that. At the end of the day, they're worth more if they're a good horse. If they're easy to ride, it's easier on the horse. And I think ultimately, his values, it's higher if he's easy to ride. So, what do you want? You want a really tough stud that not very many people can ride, or do you want a nice, talented gelding like this that anybody can ride? But also, just because he's a gelding doesn't mean he can't compete in the open division, which is where I'm going to take him. You could see he's just so much more pleasant, and that's what I'm going to try to keep things light for him for a little while. I feel like let's make things fun again, just come out, cruise around. But I can tell you, things are so much better for this guy now. I wouldn't dare do this with him last year. He's not an absolute sweetheart yet, but we're getting closer. So there you go. You guys got a chance to see where he's at. I think he's doing great. He's put some weight on. The sky didn't fall because we castrated Carmine. I think he's just getting better. And we'll check back in with him every now and then and let you know how he's doing. Keep my fingers crossed that he makes it to the Run for a Million in Vegas. Those of you, if you have not checked out my Instagram page, Matt Mills Reining, go check it out. There's all kinds of cool pictures of Carmine, Bonnie, all of the Road to the Futurity horses on there. Feel free to send me messages. I love helping everyone. Any questions that you might have, feel free to send me those DMs. We'll try to answer them as fast as we can. Also, those of you that don't know, on my website, mattmillsreining.com, I have a subscription page where I have close to 200 tutorials now, all similar like the tips of the week that you've seen, except in more depth. Really good stuff to watch that I think will really help you with your horses at home.